Okay, Monday afternoon, January 29th. Tonight we're going to have homemade French onion soup for dinner. And 3, 2, 1.
30th.
January 30th, I'm sorry. That's right. Our youngest daughter's birthday was Saturday. That was the 28th. I apologize. I'm missing a day. Okay, backtrack. Monday, January 30th. Homemade French onion soup. The hardest part about this is peeling the onions and not crying. So, go ahead and get 2 onions. There's only 2 of us here, so I don't need a whole pot full. A couple weeks ago, we had our 2 youngest granddaughters here. We made quite a big pot. And for little girls that are 7 and 11 years old, they enjoyed it, which surprised me. So, just the 2 of us, and we're going to make that our first course, I guess you could say. And then after we have our soup, we are going to have homemade Salisbury steak with fresh baby portobello mushrooms that I will be slicing to put into that. And I'm not sure if I'm going to make mashed potatoes or mac and cheese. I know my hubby loves mac and cheese, so I just might break down mac and cheese. This isn't such a good onion. So I'll do the best I can with what I have here. I'm going to go get another onion. This one's a little bit on the brown side. Not even going to use that one. So, get this cut up. Should have used one of my other cutting boards. This one's a little bit noisy. Trying to get me another onion. Hope it's a little bit better than this other one I tried. Yes, very good. Just for all the hubbies out there, or men that might be watching, hubby, also known as BFGT, that's the name of our lawn care business, just uploaded a video of him and his bud last Thursday, going to the shooting range. So that's up there on our YouTube channel, Two Family Homestead, for your viewing pleasure. Don't you just hate smelling like onions after you cut them up? So I usually like to use sweet onions. Okay. So, instead of using a deep skillet, I have a small roasting pan over here that I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of butter. And I will put the onions in there. break them up, and then cook them up. Let them marry, I suppose, in the onions as they cook down and caramelize and get all brown and wonderful. Years ago, I think it was 2000, I was still working for the phone company, and my job at the phone company went to corporate out in Kansas City. And we were contemplating the possibility of moving out there with my job. So we flew out there to look around at houses and such. And during our downtime that we weren't doing that, we also found the casinos. So we were there for our anniversary at that time. And we had enough points on our comp cards from the casino that we were able to eat at one of their fancy schmancy restaurants outside of the casino in their eatery, I suppose. I don't remember the name of the restaurant, but it was very fancy schmancy. Well, we both like French onion soup, so we ordered the French onion soup prior to getting our dinner. Lo and behold, this soup came in an actual onion bowl. Now, I have never seen an onion so big that you could just scoop out the inside and still have enough layers to put the soup inside that it won't leak through. I have not found anything. When I do, I will be making onion soup in a true onion bowl. That was awesome. Best onion soup I ever had. Okay, over here. So I have the onions broken up into shreds, pieces, rings, whatever. I have this set on high. And it's going to start melting here. And we'll just have to be back when that butter melts and I can start moving it around. The onions start to melt. So this recipe takes 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 onions sliced up, 2 cans, or 1 quart, I suppose, if you have homemade. I don't have any more homemade beef broth. So I have 2 cans of beef broth. 2 garlic crushed. I have already minced garlic, but I'm going to use some of that. A dash of Worcestershire. And once all that's put together, I'm going to let it sit and cook. And then right before I get ready to eat dinner, I'll scoop my onion soup into my real nice bowls here. These are perfect for soups and the French onion soup, plus they're oven safe. I have a loaf of hard French bread. Since I was going to do this the other day, the French bread got hard on its own. I didn't have to toast it, but I will brown it a little bit. And put that on top of the soup. And then put my Swiss cheese on top of that, and I'll broil that till the Swiss cheese is golden and then we'll eat and enjoy. So I'll be back in a few when this is cooking a little bit better. Okay, my onions are sizzling. So I'm going to stir it up in butter. I'll get a little bit of it. Still, not all the butter is melted down. Get it going. That cook another minute or two, give them a little bit more wilted, I suppose, soft, and then I'll add all my other ingredients. So I will return. Okay, now to this I'm going to add my 2 cans of beef broth. Dash Worcestershire. Equivalent of 2 garlic that are minced. And just let that cook. Smells wonderful already. And I shall return. Okay. Tonight we're having Salisbury steak. So I have about 1 pound of ground beef here. And to the ground beef, I'm going to add 1 egg, about 1/2 envelope. I have a dry onion soup mix. About 1/2 of that will be fine. And with that, I get about 1 cup of breadcrumbs. I'm just going to judge it here. That should be enough. And I'll get all this mixed up. I already have a pan lined with some aluminum foil. When I get this mixed up, I will make this into some, try to get 4 patties out of this. I'm not sure if I will get 4 patties or not. I'll at least get 3, because I'll probably only eat 1 of these anyway. And I'll cook these in the oven for about 20 minutes. So, pan out here. Get some good size patties here. And with this, while these are cooking in the stove, in the oven, excuse me, on the stove, I will make the gravy that'll go along with these. Yeah, these are going to be some hearty Salisbury steaks, but that's okay. Get these in the oven. And now I'll get started. I have baby portobello mushrooms here that I will slice up. And in my big skillet on the stove, I will melt 2 tablespoons of butter, and then I will cook the mushrooms in that. I'll cook them for about 3 minutes. They don't need much. And as the mushrooms saute in that butter, they will release their natural juices, and that just makes it oh so yummy for the gravy. And once those are ready, I will add 2 cups of beef broth. There's probably quite a few more mushrooms here than I need for just the 2 of us, but if there's leftover gravy, I'll figure out something to do with it, possibly for tomorrow. Can never go wrong with gravy. And I can always can it and save it and put it in my pantry, and it'll be ready for another time. I do have canned mushrooms, but found these on sale the other day at Meijer's, and they were cheap enough. How could I pass it up? Okay, I have 2 tablespoons of butter that I melted, and I put in my sliced mushrooms, and they've been cooking for almost 3 minutes. And it just smells wonderful. I have my own personal mushroom sauna here going. So to this, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of flour. So when I put the broth in, it'll come into make its own gravy. Or it should. Doesn't always work out sometimes like we want to when you cook, but Always ways to work around that. And this is 2 cups of beef broth. Whew. Steam got me. There we go. And this will meld together. Let the broth cook down. Incorporate with the flour and the butter and the mushrooms. And this will be an oh so good gravy with our Salisbury steaks tonight. And then I just have to figure out what hubby wants for his vegetable. So I'm going to put a lid on this and I will return. Okay, dinner's ready. We have Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, mushroom gravy, and we have French onion soup with French bread on top and Swiss cheese.
Very good.
Good.
That'll work.
Good. Now, I will tell you folks one thing, that if you buy store-bought French bread, use it in a day or two, because 4 days later, it's like a brick trying to slice. So good thing it was going into some soup. So, bon appetit, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies, give us a thumbs up, and have a good day.